phonetics is a branch of study which is related to speech sounds. The way we articulate sounds, it is not just letter, but the sound which is more important in the spoken English. This is exactly we need to understand a little bit of phonetics. Here is the word bus. We know how to read the word bus. B-U-S. Now, we just add one letter, that is Y. By adding one letter, the word bus becomes busy. What do you understand from this? B-U-S and B-U-S-Y make a lot of difference. The first word consists of a sound, whereas in the second word, we see it is totally changed. It becomes busy. There is a total transformation. Why this difference occur? This is where exactly we need to study a subject called phonetics. So, in order to understand the sounds and the delivery of these sounds, we need to understand a subject called phonetics. With the help of any standard dictionary, we can find any symbol very easily. With the help of that particular symbol, we can articulate any symbol, any word very easily and also correctly. And then, the spelling pronunciation problem occurs because of the fact that 26 letters of English alphabet produce 44 sounds. How does this match with each other? This is exactly why we should understand scientifically the subject, a little bit of the phonetics. Though it is not really difficult, if only we study it properly, we can understand in a very rational and scientific manner how the sounds are related to letters. Take the letter A. A is not exactly corresponding to A in Telugu. It has got many more dimensions, like A can be used for A, and then A, and also So these are the different sounds. Similarly, when we take the letter C, C is not for C alone. It produces different sounds like S, and then K, and then aspirated K, that is K. Again, when you take the letter S, that is S, there are also different variations like S can produce S, Sh, Z, and then J. And now, when we start, before we get to the lesson, we can understand that how the alphabet categorized. In English, the alphabet can be divided into two categories. One is vowels and the other is consonants. And we all know how many vowels there are. There are 5 vowels. The sounds are 20 vowel sounds. What are the 5 vowels? They are A, E, I, O, U. So, with these 5 vowels, we are getting 20 sounds. Each vowel has got more than one sound. So, we are representing the 20 sounds with only 5 vowels. Even out of these 20 sounds, all are not vowels, pure vowels. And they are further classified into 2 categories. One is pure vowels. We can see in the vowel chart, I have taken this chart according to the Telugu pronunciation to make things easier for our viewers who are basically Telugu medium learners. A, I, U, U, E, O, A. These are the 12 pure vowels, or we also call them monosounds. And the first sound we have A. The next sound is A. The next sound is I. E, U, E. Up till here video, we can understand very easily how the English letters are also corresponding to the Telugu sounds and symbols. But the next sound is not existing in Telugu. It is and then the next sound is it is slightly longer. It is extension of the sound The next is and we go now to another sound, that is If you observe, there is a difference between the previous sound and Both are like In Telugu, we pronounce them almost similarly, but we have to remember there is a difference. The first one is the second one is what we are seeing now, which is represented by the inverted C, is And further, the same sound is extended and elongated, that is C, inverted C with the two dots, that is And yet, the last sound in the sequence of vowels is as we get in. But in all these words, we get the sound So with this, we have got altogether 12 vowels. The vowels are further classified, as I told you, into two categories. One is vowels, pure vowels, monophthongs, and the other is diphthongs. If we look at the word tub has got T-U-B. That's only one vowel sound. Look at the other word, T-O-Y. This is two vowel sound. What do you understand here? In the first one, there is this sound represented by the letter, the symbol U, but we have to say it as And when we go to the next, it is oi, and then oi. This particular sound is called diphthong because it's a combination of two sounds. The single sound is called monophthong. Mono means one, while oi is called diphthong, which is a double sound. And now, before we get to the actual lesson, the students have to bear in mind that whenever we are transcribing anything from English to phonetic script, we have to write that particular thing in slant lines. Otherwise, it is not valid, nor even is it accepted. All the phonetic symbols are written between slant lines with the first sound in the sequence of vowels, that is If you look at this, we can understand this sound is represented by the symbol inverted V. Cup. Look at the spelling here. We have written it in a different way. K for C sound, inverted V for A sound, and P for P sound. Bucket again, B. Whatever is written in the slant lines, we have to understand is the phonetic transcription. B for B sound, inverted V for A sound, and then K for CK letters, and then I, which is representing E. It is not bucket. Please remember, it is bucket. So this is how we have transcribed it into the phonetic script. Mug and duck. So as you can see in the caption, the vowel sound here represented by the Telugu the short This sound is very much corresponding to this sound, the inverted And then, if you observe, in all these words, in the middle, what letter did you find? The letter is U. But how did we say that? We said it as So we have to understand that U letter is not exactly correlating to sometimes it is correlating to other sounds like U also, but here in this particular context we have to remember the U sound is in the middle, the pronunciation is represented by the symbol inverted V. Therefore, we understand that the letter U is not exactly for O sound, but it is producing the sound. Similarly, look at these words, M, O, T, H, E, R, mother, and then T, O, U, G, H, So what did we find here? The letters O and OU are there, but the sound produced is A, the short A sound. So these vowels are letters are O and OU, but the sound is, the cup sound are the short O sound. Look at this word S-O-N, sun. Here also we have got O in the middle, but we are saying it as sun. And look at this word, it is interesting. It is D-O-V-E, but we are pronouncing it as dove. It is not dough, it is dove. So the sound is A, but the letter is O. Next, the letter is A with 2 dots. This is corresponding to sound like what we say in Telugu. The second letter in Telugu is A. So for the sake of the convenience, we are going according to the symbols and the sounds, and mostly correlating to the Telugu sounds also. As we say in the words A-R-M, arm, and then farm, F-A-R-M. But how did we write this? We wrote it as F, A followed by 2 dots, and then M. So what do you understand here? The R is totally silent. It is spelled, it's not pronounced. And then the other word is C-A-R-T, cart. But we wrote it as K-A, 2 dots, and T. This is how phonetically it is shown. The next symbol or the sound that we are going to study is the short E. As we read in the words P-I-N, pin. But what's the symbol given here? It is the capital I. The capital I is a symbol which is representing the sound E, the short E, as in pin, bin, and then a few more words like bill, B-I-L-L, bill. Now, the same sound, if it is extended, we are getting E, as we say in Telugu also, as we see in the words feet and then leaf. Both the sounds are corresponding to the spelling F, E, E, T, and then L, E, A, F. So we have different spellings here. One is double E, the other is E-A, and then this is field, I-E. So what do you understand here? Even though there is I-E, E-I, E-E, the sound is long E as represented by I with 2 dots. The next sound that we are going to study is O, the short O. The Telugu symbol also is given here as we get in the words B-O-O-K, book, and then C-O-O-K, cook. In both the words, if you observe, the spelling is double O, but the symbol is O represented by U. The letter is U, but the spelling, the English spelling, alphabetic spelling is showing B-O-O-K and C-O-O-K. So double O can be corresponding to the sound U as in book and cook. The next sound is U with 2 dots. Yeah, you could understand it very easily. This is U. As we write in Telugu, the sound U. This is represented by U with 2 dots, as we see here, fruit, tooth. What are the spellings over here? F, R, U, I, T. If you look at this phonetic spelling, we see F, R, U, 2 dots, and T. T, O, O, T, H. But the phonetic spelling is T, U, two dots, and the symbol. So fruit and tooth are two differently spelt words, but the pronunciation is almost similar and the same. Here is another word, that is tool. The spelling is T-O-O-L, but the phonetic spelling is T-U, two dots, and L. And then P-O-O-L, pool. The other one is B-L-U-E, blue. In one word, there is double O. In another word, there is U and E. But in both the cases, the pronunciation is long O. So the next sound is very easy. We can correlate it very easily because it is more or less the same to, as we say, we read and we write in almost the same manner. Like the next vowel is A. The short A, which is represented by the small a English letter. We say in words M-E-N, men, T-E-N, ten. Perhaps in the entire vowel structure of English language, this is the easiest sound to understand and also follow. So the sound is another typical English vowel which does not exist in Telugu. This sound is represented by inverted E. This is a very typical English vowel. This sound is not there in Telugu and it is represented by the symbol inverted E. We get this sound in the words beginning generally with A, like about, along, amount. So what do we understand here? When we observe, the first syllable is very weak. This syllable is not a strong syllable, it is a very weak syllable. Where there is a weak syllable, the next syllable generally takes the stress, as in the words about, along, amount. So we have to be very careful in getting this sound. This sound is generally derived by articulating in a typical manner. If we try, we can get it by bringing it closer, something in between A and A. It is neither A nor A, in between A. And look at this word. You can identify it very easily. It is B-A-N-A-N-A. But we say it as a banana. It is not banana, it is banana. It is banana. If you read the phonetic spelling, you can understand B, inverted E, and then N, A followed by two dots, N again, it is inverted E, it is banana. It is wrong, we have to say banana. And then the other word is B-A-L-L-O-O-N. We generally say it as balloon or balloon, which is again wrong, we have to say it as balloon. And then there is another speciality in this symbol. This sound also occurs in the words ending with ER, as in teacher, letter, father, mother, sister, brother. What did you find commonly in all these words? These words are ending with the two letters ER, but we are not supposed to say the R explicitly, but we have to make it silent and it has to be pronounced as A. If you look at the spelling here, you can understand the teacher. It is represented by the inverted E. It also occurs in the words generally ending in I-O-N in the word formation, noun formation. We get this like the mother tongue influence. We write A, which is not A. We have to remember, please bear in mind, it is A, as in cushion. The spelling is K-U-S, and then we get this sound, the inverted E, A, cushion. This sound is corresponding to the I-O-N. And also in words where there is O-U-S, famous. It is not famous. We may have to bear in mind that it is famous. It is a very indistinct short sound in these words where there is O-U-S also. So, and if we slightly extend this sound, we get another sound, that is in the previous one, we got the sound inverted E. Now we are getting another symbol, that is It is something like 3 and then followed by 2 dots. This symbol is representing a. Like in words, this also is not there in Telugu. So we get a little confused and also some sort of difficulty in articulation also. This spelling is there in bird, word, curd, world. What's the spelling over here? B-I-R-D, W-O-R-D, C-U-R-D, and W-O-R-L-D. So in all these words we have observed that I-R, O-R, U-R, O are there in the middle. R is very constant in all the words. Generally, this sound occurs in the words which have I-R, O-R, U-R, E-R in the spelling. But the R has to be silent. It cannot be pronounced openly. There is the word, the English spelling given here, and immediately there is also we are getting symbol here. Bird, word, curd, world, fern, girl, and then verb. There is also this letter here. In all these words we are getting the symbol, the elongated sound. The next vowel in the sequence is O. When we are talking about the previous one, I mentioned this also. There are two varieties of A. One is the plain one like A. The second variety is O, which is more different variety. This sound can be produced by pronouncing with elongated lips as in dog, caught, dot, in all these words. We are getting another sound which is a longer variety of the same sound, that is inverted C followed by 2 dots, that is O. There is hardly any difference in the pronunciation of the non-English speakers in this matter, but we have to be very careful. It is like in words we get caught, ball, wall, talk. So wherever there is AU or OU, we are using this sound, this particular symbol of inverted C followed by 2 dots. And then the last in the sequence of vowels is a typical sound in different variety of phoneme again, which is not existing in Telugu, that is A. What kind of sound is this? It is a different variety in the sense this sound cannot be written in Telugu. When we are saying the word like bank, how do you write if we are supposed to write in our language? We don't have proper symbol or vowel to represent this. So we are showing it in English with the help of something like an X symbol. It is a different kind of X symbol, and this is representing the sound A, like bank, bat, cat, bag, mat, apple, at. If we read the phonetic spelling, we can understand it better. B and T in between this sound. When we are writing, we may tend to write bank or bank, which are not really correct. We may have to bear in mind it is bank, a typical sound in English language, and this very, very frequently occurs in many words in English language. And here is a list of words which are often confusing to many learners. Like if you look at these words, F-A-R-M, we can understand very clearly this word has to be pronounced as farm, and then we go to F-O-R-M. What is the difference here? There is only one vowel in the middle. In the previous word it is A, in the next word it is O, but with that it makes a lot of difference. We have to say it as form, not farm, farm and farm. Yes, H-A-R-P, sharp. And when you say yes, H-O-P, it is shop. It's totally different. We are not supposed to say shop for both the things. It is not shop or sharp for both. It is sharp and shop. And then L-I-V-E, live. L-E-A-V-E, leave. Similarly, if you look at this word, leaf, L-E-A-F, it is said as leaf. When we go to deaf, the spelling contains E-A again, but it is not deaf, but we are saying it as deaf. So this is exactly where we need to understand the phonetic symbols. And in the beginning we have studied how the entire vowel scenario is divided into two categories. One is monosounds are pure vowels, the other is diphthongs. What is a diphthong? This is a double vowel. The combination of two vowels are known as diphthongs. There are altogether 8 diphthongs in English language. So we can read them very thoroughly here. I said it is a vowel glide. It is a combination of two sounds, but we are not supposed to say it separately. We have to say them together. A plus I, A plus U, O, E plus inverted E, E plus ear, E plus I, A, O plus I, oi, plus U, and then U plus U. This is a chart of the diphthongs, and I'm beginning with the first diphthong. It is a combination of two sounds. This sound occurs in the words where there is I in the middle, as in file, line, mile, time, and also where there is Y in the end, cry, dry, type, my. So the spelling is F-I-V, but according to the pronunciation, we are writing it as F, A followed by I, which is a diphthong sound, and then V, file, line, and then mile, and then time. The next sound is A plus O, that is O. It is more or less like the O sound in our own Telugu language as we say in cow. This sound is like cow, now, powder, and doubt. The next diphthong is really very difficult for non-native learners. That is, it's a combination of again two sounds, A and This occurs in the words where the ending letters are A-I-R as in hair, and also E-R-E as in H-E-R-E. So in both words, H-E-R-E, H-E-I-R, both are pronounced in the same way, hair and then. The next diphthong is ear. This sound mostly occurs in the words where there is E-A-R in the spelling. Fear, beard, near, clear, dear, etc. And down. The next sound is E plus I. This is like sail, tail, nail, weight, for both W-A-I-T and also W-E-I-G-H-T. Name, gain. So in the beginning itself I mentioned that there is no long A sound in English, it is only diphthong sound. So we have to say it as name for both N-A-L-E and also N-A-I-L. And the next diphthong sound is oi. This is the sound we hear in the words boy, toy, joy, coin, and then boil, foil, joys, enjoy. In all these words we get O plus I, that is oi sound. Boy, toy, coin, boil. And then the next diphthong is something very similar to the sound O in Telugu, but not exactly that, slightly different, as in the words loan, cone, tone, boat, coat, and it is represented by inverted E followed by O. This is how we have to say that O. But in American English they show it as O-U-O, which is not being followed. Generally we Indians, we follow the RP, the received pronunciation, where this is the symbol. boat, coat, cone, tone, loan. And then the next diphthong is U and This sound begins with U and ends with the weak This is like the word in a word poor. U is followed by Double O is there, but we are not supposed to say it as poor. We have to say it as poor. And then few more words like to, year, where there is also OU. In the diphthong, OU also can occur. And VR also produces the same sound as in the words sure, cure, tour, poor, tour, year, sure, pure, and then cure. With the help of this, the students or any learner will be able to say the words correctly and also write the words correctly. This is important in the angle of examination for all the students and learners too.